Okay, hey, welcome to another Hallway Minute. I'm Superintendent Horsley, and I'm here today with
Chief of Staff Mitch Nerdin.
So you came from Skyline High School as a principal last year to become Chief of Staff of Granite School District, but then you did something a little bit different about halfway through the year. Why are we at Westlake today?
Yeah, actually, right around the end of first quarter, I was inspired by you teaching a class and thought, I'm going to follow his lead and I'm going to go back to the classroom. It's been 20 years since I taught here.
You didn't teach in this building before because this is a new building. You were in the old Westlake 20 years ago and you taught
mathematics.
And how was that for you?
It was great. I had a great time. I loved what I did back then, and I've kind of built my career around some achievement levels and accomplishments I was able to make 20 years ago, and I kind of wanted to see, now that I'm leading improvement efforts, what's it really like today?
And I think that's the challenge and the frustration for some teachers when we get administrators who have been teachers, but then they haven't been in the classroom for a while. And things are a little bit different here at Westlake. So what were some of your experiences like?
The kids are quite similar.
Okay.
I think that they come from tough backgrounds. They come with, I had 32 kids and 20 of them are English language learners. Half of those really can't speak much English.
Right.
That's a bit of a change, but kids are kids, and that wasn't a big jump for me. Some lessons that I have learned and that I was frustrated by throughout the year is the rigor of RISE is hard.
Yeah, you and I had conversations about this, and you would give me questions that are on the RISE test, and I'd be like, I don't know if I can answer that. So talk to me a little bit more about that, the challenges with RISE. Our standards are very high.
They really are. I came in, I had 32 kids on my rolls. One kid was proficient last year.
Okay.
And I thought, well, what can I do? I looked at the RISE stuff and thought, I can do great. I can get 60%. And I actually thought I was shooting low at 60%. But I thought for sure I could get 60% to be proficient.
So what did you end up with?
Not 60%.
Okay. But there were some other highlights.
Yes, actually. Instead of one kid being proficient, that kid became a 4. And I had 4 more proficient. So I had a 500% increase in proficiency, which, to be honest with you, I wasn't excited about.
Okay.
But as I reviewed it with my principal sat me down, Principal Sarah Wall, she sat me down and said, hey, I'd like to review your data with you.
Okay.
So we went student by student, and as she would read the kid's score, I would go, oh, not proficient. And she would go, but they improved. And the next one, but they improved. And as the meeting went, my morale went down and her morale went up because the vast majority, 85% of the kids improved. Maybe not to proficiency, but it's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the lesson I've learned is, yeah, we've got to celebrate growth. Growth is important. I knew that already, but I experienced it firsthand.
Yeah. And I think you're saying something really important there that I've learned too is just going through my own experience teaching class at Skyline and Granger is I know about these experiences that people have and I know what the data tells us, but now I've actually experienced it for myself to go, okay, that's what it's really like for a teacher to care about kids, to be engaged with them, to try and push, scream, shove, drag any way you can to build up their proficiency, their growth, their learning and instruction. Anything else you want to tell us about your experience?
Yeah, the funnest part of it and the most impactful is relationships.
Yeah.
Some of the most amazing relationships, really hard kids that the administration said, we suspended this kid 4 or 5 times, we don't know what to do, we're gonna put him in your class. And then to see that student really succeed and excel has been wonderful. And it's not because of anything I've done special, because I don't think I do things that special, but what I have done is I got really close with him, understanding what his needs are, understanding her needs, whatever it is, and building a firm relationship, which then I could use to say, hey, you're gonna learn math now.
Right. And I think that's actually something I've walked away with as well, is just the connection to kids, building relationships with them. When they know that you care about them, they want to learn. And I haven't had any behavior issues or challenges It's been so wonderful. I've just loved these kids, and it's just been an incredible experience. So thanks for doing that.
Thank you.
That is your Hallway Minute.